you can make spinach dip the day before and it's perfectly fine. You'll need a package of Knorr Vegetable recipe mix. And actually there is the recipe on the back. But I'm not going to make it quite the same way. You'll need some sour cream and a box of frozen chopped spinach thawed. There is a lot of water in frozen spinach, so you need to squeeze the water out of it, or your dip will be way too runny. And some people might find this gross, but not that big a deal. You just squeeze it with your hands. If you have an issue, wear gloves. Wear food gloves. And then just put it in your mixing bowl. You can pull it apart with a spoon, but I'm not making a full recipe, and even when I do make a full recipe, I don't like as much of the spinach in it as it calls for. So you can freeze the rest of it for another time. I'm doing about half of the package. See all of that water I got out of it? So if you don't do that step, then that's going to be in your dip. So I'm going to put that in a Ziploc bag for another holiday. The recipe calls for 16 ounces of sour cream or Greek yogurt, and then a cup of mayonnaise. I'm just putting the small container. So a cup of sour cream in this. And I only put about a half of a package of the soup mix in it. So I'm just going to mix this up. And you can serve this with French bread, little French pieces of French bread or baguette slices. You can get a shepherd's loaf and pull the middle out of that and put the dip in that to serve it, and that looks pretty. I'm just going to put it in an airtight container. If you want it not quite so thick, you can add more sour cream, or you can add a little bit of that spinach water back to it, or just plain water just to make it a little more creamy. So I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator until we need it tomorrow.